at Synthplex 2019, once again with our dear friend Aaron Higgins from 1010 Music. Hi Aaron.
Hi Nick, how are you?
Good. I'm guessing you've got something new to show us.
We do.
Oh wow.
So here at 1010 Music we've decided to build something that's a tabletop unit. We've taken some of the best pieces of Bitbox and Toolbox and put them into a single package that is powered from USB, so please take a look.
Ooh.
Here is a tabletop unit. It's about 5 inches by 5 inches by 1 inch. It's got a variety of inputs and outputs, but can stand alone. It doesn't need to be your rack. You can just take a USB charger that we supply or power it off just about anything like a battery or your car or the airplane. The basic idea is that you've got 16 samples, each of which is polyphonic. You can play them with an on-screen pad control. You can use melodic keys to trigger them.
Wow.
And then you can combine them in real time to create sequences. The easiest way to create a sequence is just hit record and play it in either from the touchscreen or from an external device. You may have noticed that we've got a secondary USB port which lets you plug in a small keyboard or some pads, something like this. Really, your choice of control or none at all. After you create these sequences, which can be up to 128 steps and down to a resolution of 64th notes, you can enter song mode and you can combine those sequences into a section. You get up to 16 sections to build a several minute long track, and you can either loop or run through it in sequential order.
How many songs can you have at once on the system?
Each preset, you can have an unlimited number of presets, and within each preset you get one song, 16 sequences, 16 samples, and of course there's an eye toward expanding that over time. On the effects screen, you do have two global effects that are bust. You've got a reverb on one side and a delay on the other, so you can apply that effect only some of the pads, but not all of them. You've got a handy mix screen, which lets you do volume and pan control. You've also got a dedicated preset screen that lets you browse through presets and load it straight away. You can use MIDI program keys to also load the presets. We've sub-licensed a 3.5 gigabyte bundle of content, so you can really play a lot of different things straight out of the box, including some really cool stuff from soundtrack loops, DJ Puzzle. Sorry, you can't quite hear that. You've got a velocity control over here, so you can make stuff louder or softer as you record or as you perform.
That's absolutely astounding. So let me get this straight. You've taken the best of Bitbox, the best of Toolbox, and the best of FXbox, and you've put them into something that is not a Eurorack thing, but is a small standalone device that can be USB powered off of a laptop or anything else you want, and it looks like it's really highly optimized for live performance. Do I have that about right?
Exactly right, and it's also meant to integrate with other tabletop gear by nature of having DC coupled inputs and outputs, a dedicated clock signal, which is not common in something like this, and of course MIDI. MIDI is here, clock is here. MIDI using our TRS convention, and we include two adapters, so you can hook to just about anything else.
So Aaron, with a tabletop device like this, it really seems like 1010 Music is expanding its market outward. What do you think? Yes,
that's the intent, that we're both building something that a Eurorack user could take advantage of by expanding outside of a rack if they've got a full rack, which we're hearing a number of people looking to sort of build a hybrid solution. And we've also met a lot of people who are intimidated by buying a rack, don't want to spend the initial investment to get a rack that does nothing, and tabletop's a great way to get started. So it's working from both directions, so it's been a great surprise that there is a big market there. Well, among other things, the thing that I really love about this is if I were doing live electronic music performance, I would be petrified to have a laptop on stage. And there's the whole, performance aspect of looking like you're checking your email while you're up on stage, right? And this seems to take away all of those problems. Having something that's really crash-proof and stable and reasonable like this seems like a really great way to go. Yes, I'm glad you think so. It also can interface easily with your PC by nature of having a micro SD card. We've expanded our support to use exFAT, which means you can now get cards, I believe, up to 512 gigabytes. We've tested it with 256 gigabytes. So yes, it's standalone. Yes, you don't need your computer, but it certainly interfaces nicely with the computer if you have one. Wow, that's wonderful. Well,
I'm very excited, and I'm sure that this is going to be a real wonderful success for you.
Thank you.
Aaron Higgins,
for
where
watching.
can people find out more about Blackbox?
Yes, please go to our website, 1010music.com. Blackbox is featured now on the cover page, and we're taking pre-orders for a limited number of songs.
When will it be available?
Mass production will be available in May. There's a very limited number of preview edition units that are available now on the website.
Ooh, limited edition versions right now.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Have a great show.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.